Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to Talking to Myself. Today I'm a bit all over the place. I have a few recordings from the past week or so that I have just done real quick because I wanted to say something. So I'm going to edit those into this podcast. But I also have a topic at hand that I want to talk about, but it's not a very long topic, so I figured, you know what? We'll talk about it first, and then we'll lead right into the stories. So, today's topic at hand is water. Cold water versus normal water. Room temperature water, warm water. I'm talking about drinking water, okay? Water that you put into a glass and drink. Cold water versus room temperature water. Now, my opinion is that cold water is always better. It could be absolutely frigid outside. If you hand me a glass of room temperature water, I am not gonna drink that shit. Okay. If I'm very thirsty, I might drink it. But I will not be happy about it. I am a cold water girl. And you know what? A few years ago, I saw somewhere on the internet. I don't know where, and I don't have any sources. I've not Googled this since I saw it, so don't believe me at all. But it said that cold water is not good for your stomach, but it is good for your metabolism. And I, my dear sweet friends, have a horrible metabolism. And you know what? I feel like my metabolism really does get a boost whenever I drink cold water. Like, there's just nothing more refreshing than a cold cup of water, especially ice cold. If there's ice in the water, that's superb. If you put the cup of water into the freezer and let it get cold in the freezer and then get it out and drink it, oh my God, that's even better. It's like heaven. It's like nectar directly from God that I get to drink, and it nourishes my body, and I need it. My body is made up of like 75% water. Earth is made up of like 75% water. So it's a necessity to life, and I like it cold. You know, I do understand if there are people that enjoy having their water not absolutely frigid and freezing due to health problems, teeth problems, just general sensitivity problems. I understand that. I am not one of those people. I, in any situation, can get over whatever qualms I have about having some cold water because I know it's just going to be so much more refreshing than stale room temperature water. I don't know. There's just something about, especially water that's been in a plastic bottle. Oh my God, I can't anymore. I have been spoiled with filtered water at my home. We don't drink bottled water, and it has made such a difference in just my general everyday life routine. Like, I can just go to the sink and get water out of the sink, and I don't have to pull it out of a bottle. I don't have to put the bottles in the fridge, and it's more economically friendly, you know, less plastic going into landfills, and I'm just saving the earth a little bit more, but also it's really a boost for me, and if that's all I get out of it, I feel like it's perfectly okay for me to feel happy about it. But I digress. Water out of water bottles tastes so bad. And more than that, room temperature water out of water bottles, horrible, just nasty, just so very bad. Like, I wish nobody had to drink water out of water bottles and that everybody could have a supply of fresh water all the time, no matter what. I feel like water, since it is a necessity for life, it should be something that is free to everybody in the world. I don't believe that water should be behind a paywall anywhere, even for rich people. People that have more wealth than other people. I feel like everybody should have free access to water no matter what, regardless. That also goes along with my beliefs that everyone should have housing no matter what, regardless. But that's a topic for a different day and something Furthermore, I also do feel like cold water is a privilege because not everyone has access to cold water or the means to cold the water. You know what I mean? Not everyone has access to cold water, nor does everyone have access to the necessities to make cold water, like fridges or a cold area to store water. That's just how it works, which is unfortunate but true. So I know that my enjoyment of cold water is due to privilege, and I do not want to dismiss that. I very much so enjoy having the privilege of being able to enjoy cold water, and I don't want to take advantage of it. I just want to make that apparent. Just because I enjoy it more than regular water doesn't mean that I don't think any of these other horrible, bad things. I just think that ice cold water is just generally better. And it's okay if you don't agree with me. That's perfectly fine. That's just the topic that I wanted to discuss today. So, I'm going to lead you into the other two recordings that I have from the rest of the week. One is going to be a matcha lemonade review from Starbucks, and then the next is going to be a short story about my hometown. It includes a nice rubber rat. So, if you want to hear those things, stay tuned. I do believe at the end of both of those recordings, I have actually ended off the episodes, so I will just cut that end part off. So if it just ends abruptly and then transitions into the next story, have no fear. That's just what's supposed to happen, okay? I'll check back in afterwards, and then we'll end off together, so I can tell you that I hope you have a great day today. Okay, I hope you enjoy. Just checking in. I thought I'd tell you about my day because I've had an interesting day, and sneak peek, hold on till the end of the recording and you'll have a Starbucks review. Oh shit. Okay, so I'm in a interesting mood today. I'm feeling a little bit irritable, but I'm trying to cover it up. I'm trying to be a good girl. So I thought, you know what, let's get out of the house and go get some Starbs and try to chill somewhere and work on some stuff on my laptop. Just to get me out of the house, because I hardly ever get out of the house during the day by myself. I don't enjoy doing that. So, I go out. I get to Starbs. Starbs is full. I don't like being in places that are full, especially by myself. I don't enjoy going into them and doing things alone, regardless of how full they are. But if they are full, I just full stop. I will wait until they are no longer full, or I won't go. So I said, all right, skirt, we're not going to go inside the Starbs and sit down. We're just going to go through the drive-thru. I did sit in my car in the parking lot, parked in a parking space towards the back of the parking lot for a good 10 minutes before I decided that I was going to do that, just because, brain. So I get in the line and I'm like, you know what, I've been really wanting to try a matcha, but I'm lactose intolerant, so I can't have milk, and I don't like hot milk. So I got a matcha lemonade, and I was like, okay, great, cool, love that. So I pull through the Starbs, and when I get up to the window, it's so cool in there. The air is blowing through the window into my car, and I'm like, oh my God. I was regretting, but, at this point, I was like, I've already made up my mind, so we're going to go somewhere else. So we leave the Starbs, we go to a different, undisclosed location, and I pull into their parking lot. And this is not a location that you can necessarily go into and sit down and work on your laptop. So I'm just sitting in my car. I pull out my laptop and I'm like, oh, I can't reach the Wi-Fi from my parking spot. And you know me, I'm not going to move my ass. I've already parked in this parking spot, and there are people around that have seen me park in this parking spot, and if they see me move my car to a different parking spot, no, that's mortifying. I'm not doing that. So I just take my shame and I leave and I go home. And once I get home, my own internet, has betrayed me and is down and not working. Take some deep breaths. So I've had an interesting day. It's time for Matcha Lemonade review. Yay! So, before we get to the review, let me tell you my pre-thoughts on matcha. I was not sure what matcha was. Never had matcha before. Not even sure if I'm saying the name correctly, but the lady at Starbucks did not correct me. The person at Starbucks did not correct me when I said matcha. So, I'm assuming that's the correct pronunciation. If it's not, I apologize. All I know is that it's green and it's powdery and it's supposed to do something good for your gut. Something healthy for you. I'm not exactly sure what. But I know that people make lattes with it, or you can just mix it with whatever sort of drink, or maybe even just water. I'm not sure. But I went into it knowing that it was a powder substance. And I've heard different reviews. Some people like it. I feel like it's a you love it or you hate it sort of thing, but maybe it's not. So hold on for my review. I think I knew the lemonade base at Starbucks was good, so I could be able to tell the difference with the matcha and without. So I went ahead and took the nosedive and got a grande matcha lemonade. And I was gonna wait to film my first sip, but I thought I don't want to be. I'm not one of those bitches. I'm cringing. I'm sorry. I'm really a girl's girl, and I am simply trying to acknowledge their experience as people, and I love it and I appreciate it, and I appreciate that they share it because it gives me a review to go off of to know if I want to even try it or not. I love you girlies. Kiss kiss. Mwah, mwah. I am just not the person to do that. I'm sorry. It makes me cringe a little bit saying it like that, and I'm trying to not, because I don't want to express myself as a person who judges people on if they do that or not. I really don't care if you film yourself doing anything during the day. You post it wherever the fuck you want to. I think that's so cute. Share your life. Who gives a fuck? And why should it matter what I care? All it matters is if you are having fun. Do you like doing it? Sorry, we got off on a little tangent there. Back to the matcha. So, review on the drink. We'll take a fresh sip. I had it in the freezer for a little bit, so it got a little frozen, but I think it's good now. Also, full pause, I can't remember. Let me take this lid off. I can't remember if the Starbucks lemonade has pulp in it, but there is some pulp-like substance in my drink, so I'm assuming that is just the lemonade pulp. Because all the matcha powder that I've seen has only ever been just powder. So let me take a fresh sip. Oh, it got watered down a little bit, but actually, I feel like it tastes better watered down. It was a little bit strong before. The lemonade's always really strong now. It's good. I like it. I don't want to say that I love it and will get it definitely more in the future. Like, it'll be a staple drink for me, but I like it for what it is, and I don't think the flavor of the matcha was bad. It's just different. It's like green tea, I think. So I'm okay with it. I like green tea. I like cold green tea. I don't particularly like hot green tea, but I don't particularly like hot drinks, so that's okay. I think it's good. So I guess there is an in-between for it, because I don't think it would be something that I would drink every day unless there was a drink that I really, really liked that had it in it. But otherwise, it's just, if I'm feeling it one day, I'd get it. And now that I've tried it, I know that I like it. So if I wanted to get a big one or whatever, I don't know. I feel like, okay, here's my basic bitch thing of the day. It's a green drink, okay? And that's different. And it's, sometimes you just want to be one of those girlies who's holding something that looks different, and then people are like, oh, hey, your drink is green. What is that? Oh, let me tell you about this. This is matcha. So, I will be one of those girlies, but I feel like that's more inconspicuous, because less people will know that's why I have the drink. You feel me? I'm sure you're picking up what I'm putting down, but if I'm just thinking it in my head, then less people are gonna know. But if I was posting it online, I'm not gonna finish that sentence because I realized what I was saying as I was saying it, and I'm not gonna say it. Let's take another sip. Yeah, it's good. I like it. I actually do think it's better watered down. So, there's my matcha lemonade review. This is a story about a rat. So, in my town, down one of the more popular roads that leads into the city, there is a stoplight, and on the power pole next to the stoplight, there is a bunch of signs where people are advertising just whatever their business is, blah, blah, blah. And then tacked up on to the power pole, the wooden power pole, was a folded metal sign that sat there for a long time. A good 4 years it's been sitting there, I want to say. It's been a long time. Maybe not 4 years. Maybe only 2 years. It's 2023. I feel like they put it up in 2020. Maybe that's when I started to notice it. Anyways, it's metal. That's important because it's folded over to where the top sticks out flat like a tabletop. And on top sat a rubber mouse. Not a mouse. Sorry. a rubber rat. A giant rubber rat opening its mouth and baring its little rat fangs. And it sat there on top of that metal sign for the longest time. I don't know if it was advertising a business, and I can't remember, but I do believe that it first originally came around Halloween, and I think that's why everybody thought it was funny, and then they just left it up because it's cute, whatever. Anyways, the rat had been chilling up there, and he'd become a staple part of my, we're going by, I get to see the rat again. Let's go by and see the rat. Although I never said that out loud because I didn't want anybody else to know that I acknowledged that there was a rubber rat sitting there. But in my mind, I would always, oh, look, it's the rat again. Hey, little rat buddy. So one day I was heading into town and I went up the road to the stoplight where the rat lives. And I pulled up and the rat was gone. I said, oh my God, the rat is gone. Did something happen? And I looked around on the ground. I was like, okay, did he fall over? No, I don't see him down there anywhere. I'm genuinely perplexed over this little fucking rubber rat. So I go about my business, head into town, thinking, oh, well, I hope whoever owns the rat or whatever sees it and notices that the rat is gone. A few days go past, I'm heading back up into town, running my errands or what the fuck ever, and I pull up to the stoplight, and there's a new sign on the wooden pole. It says, rat stolen. Oh my God. I said, oh, they know somebody took him. Oh my God. And reading down further on the sign, it says, if you have any information about stolen rat, please contact us. And they list a number. And I said, oh my God, these poor people, they noticed. They're locals. They live around here. They come here every day, just like I do. And they're missing their rat, bro. Somebody came and stole their fucking rat. And I know they had him secured down because that rat survived through fucking hurricane storms, all sorts of bullshit. So now we're just missing the rat. The rat is gone, and I really hope they come back and put up another rat because I miss being able to be like, oh, the rat, there he is. And I know it's just the simple things in life, but like, bro, who steals a rubber rat? I can understand if you're a child. This stop sign, light pole, what the fuck are they called? Streetlight? What the fuck? The ones that change colors. The stoplights. Holy shit. I promise. I am a fully licensed driver and I've been driving for 10 years now. This stoplight is right across the road from a park. So some children might have been walking home and then just thought it would be funny to take the rat with them. But I miss it and I want it back. R.I.P. rat. Hello again, my friends. I hope you enjoyed the ramblings of my past. I'd like to update and say that part of these things are contradictions because as I am filming this outro section, which is about 3 or 4, maybe 5, I'm not exactly sure. It's been a few days, but it's several days later from when I when I recorded the first opening beginning part, and I am drinking water out of a water bottle. So, but to be fair, my filter went out at my house, so I don't really have an option right now. Also, I would like to point out that I have heard the discrepancies in the audio, and I am working hard to make sure that the audio recording is the best quality that it can possibly be. So please just disregard the heavy breathing and loud spikes in audio that you hear in the beginning. I've learned to not hold my recording device so close to my mouth. Also, I hope you can't hear me breathing anymore at this point. If you have any suggestions on technicalities that might help my audio sound a little bit better, I'd love to hear them. Please send them to me. Thank you very much. That's all. Thanks for joining me. I love you. I love your soul. Thank you for allowing me to share my experiences with you and allowing me to experience you parasocially. I appreciate it. You're beautiful. You're a great person. If you're not, that's okay too. And I hope you have a day that's just as lovely as you are. And I know that you reflect the same to me. And if you don't, that's okay too. Thanks for listening. Bye.